On play action, he'll set up to throw. Finding his tight end, Mayer. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To the right side, here's Madison. He's got some space past the 20, and he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. An injured player on the field, and that is Micah Parsons, who needs some medical attention. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, a run with Madison. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Abdullah. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Damone Clark there to get him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
That's to the outside. He's got it to Bowers on the corner route. And he will get into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously...
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders as they move to 2-0 in this preseason, getting that 2nd win here in Week 2. These fellas are Cinderellas. I'm crushing in glass slippers.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority.
It's the 49ers and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're brought out by one of the team's youngest and brightest in his first season out of Clemson.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. They've got a man in motion. To throw here on first down. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Enough goes to Madison, running right. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the gun, a run for Madison. Scores! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
The Raiders and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Back now, pressure on its way. Hits his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Now, hang on. We do have to stop here for something that nobody wants to see a week before the season. We've got an injured player there, and it's somebody they can ill afford to lose. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Javon Hargrave.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down.
And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull that in front further, 13-zip. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 4 yards the pickup that time, partner. They're set up closer. 4th and goal.
It's 4th.
The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete here to Bowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Up the middle they go with Madison. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They give now to Madison. And he'll get it up to the 44. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing up 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run. This is Madison. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap. Looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down. They go with Madison here. Oh, he lost the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Second down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw. Has it in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Running right, it's Madison. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Abdullah goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to... Throwing from near his own goal line. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He's past the marker and past the 25. Continues to cook. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the...
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Blown back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a fourth consecutive touchdown drive. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Finds his target, Gallup. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. To the ground with Madison. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Pass play coming here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Here's Madison. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he works this down to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's good for another Las Vegas.
Here's the give to Madison. Still has room inside the 15. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling... Back to throw on 1st and 10. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to Madison. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Man in motion here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going deep this time. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Able to hit Gallup, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third down from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going.
Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And for what it's worth, Bronk, they have cruised through this preseason undefeated. So all things pointing up for them as they get ready for Week 1.